Pregame.com.
Welcome to Pregame.tv. We're going to be discussing some NBA action here. Boston Celtics, going to be talking a lot of Celtics this week at the Toronto Raptors. I am Steve Fezzik. I am here with Bryan Leonard. Bryan, you're going to talk a lot about these Celtics because I know you've been researching them all day long. What's going on with this team?
Yeah, when you're handicapping the NBA, so much has to do with the situation, the scheduling situation. And now with the Boston, with Rajon Rondo out, I'm looking to play against Boston. I think this is a really good spot here. Take a look at the Celtics to play that nationally televised game against Miami. They don't find out until after the game that Rondo is out. They knew he wasn't going to play in the game. It was a last-minute scratch. So after the game, they tell the players he's out for the season. So the team is a little bit devastated there. They have something to prove the next game. They came out against Sacramento, and they beat up on Sacramento. Following game to that, they play an Orlando team that right now is just, they're really shorthanded. Big Baby Davis, former Celtic, has really been probably their most important player all season long, and he gets hurt. He's out. Without him, they have no defense at all, and Boston really took advantage of that. Then after that, they play the nationally televised game against the Clippers, and now they play Toronto. And I always like to go against teams that are going into Toronto when they get to play the next day. Not only do the Celtics play the next day, they play the Lakers the next day. So it's a situation here that I've been waiting to play against the Celtics, and now they're going to play against Toronto, a team they beat by 18, I believe, in their only meeting this year. What is the motivation for Boston? I think this is a great spot here.
Now, there's some trade rumors going around that Boston's going to go ahead and break up the whole team, make a trade with the Clippers. I heard there's a 30% chance that they'll be acquiring Bledsoe and unloading some of those big fat contracts. What do you think of that?
Rivers came out today and he said this is all silly, although we've heard that kind of talk before, and then they would trade the guy that they've been talking about trading. I don't, from a Boston standpoint, I would love the situation because you're getting in a quality point guard. Rondo's one of these guys. He may be a head case. I mean, he gets in trouble.
Maybe a head case.
He's a good player, but
no doubt
he's one of those guys that something bad could happen. He could be gone for a while with suspensions or whatever. And then you get Garnett. Let's face it, Boston's not going anywhere. Garnett is in his last years. To get him out of there with his huge contract, I think it'd be a great trade for Boston. But we'll see what happens.
Now, last week we talked about Memphis and how Rudy Gay might be heading to Toronto. He is there. I know we only have one data point. He looked good the first game. How much credence do we give that he's going to fit in well with the team based upon a one-day sample?
I think he'll fit in well because Toronto's one of those teams that needs somebody right now that is going to take that shot that needs to be taken, and Rudy Gay doesn't pass up any shots. And it's interesting, Toronto's really excited about it. They sold out that game the other day, and Toronto doesn't sell out games. They just don't get that fan base one unless they're really good. And they don't play again for another 2 days.
They're never really good.
They've been pretty good in the past.
They've been
you ever heard of this Chris Bosh?
Yeah. They're.
So you got to try.
They're one of those teams you bet 22-1 on the futures, and you don't realize you're drawing dead because
I don't bet.
And everyone says a good value. Yeah, good value to throw in the trash can. They might get through one round. But your analysis sounds good. Let's go ahead and make it official. Here's your best bet.
All right, great situation here to go on Toronto, a team who's really excited about the Rudy Gay signing. They've had the last 2 days off. After this game, they got the next 2 days off, so they're very well rested. You got a Boston that's played all these key games in a row, and now they're playing a nobody, a team they beat up on earlier, and they get to play the Lakers tomorrow. Bad spot here for Boston. We'll take the Toronto Raptors.
What I really like about that, too, is that you've got the situation with the big injury, and up they go for a couple games, and they're going to come crashing down to earth. So I think you got a winner there.
Let's hope.
Very good. Knock on wood. Check back here with us at pregame.tv. We're going to be making a trip to a mid-major. We're going to look at Creighton at Indiana State. I'll be breaking that one down, and I'll have my best bet on it here at pregame.tv.